Welcome to the episode 7 of Unengineered Guys. Yes, we are. This is the 7th week, and we just have two topics this week, but they are very important. The first one is we looked into the privacy issues of TikTok, and I did a big research. I researched the entire week, and I have some shocking news for you guys. The things that were unveiled in these research papers and from a guy on Reddit who seems credible. We'll give you the whole story. And the second topic is a bit light, but it is very important. And a few of my friends and Atik's friends too asked him about this and how to buy a laptop. So we are going to do that. We're going to go through the entire process and tell you how we choose a laptop for someone or
Yep.
for ourselves. So welcome to episode 7.
Welcome to episode 7 of the Unengineered podcast, guys. Yeah, I'm very excited about today because today we're going to talk about one very software-related issue and one majorly hardware-related issue that is very common
Oh, yeah.
among.
That is
Yeah,
good.
exactly. Yeah,
Good.
so that is very common among like all people of all ages don't know how to choose a laptop, and it varies from person to person. So it's really difficult, and all these components.
And there are so many words.
Exactly, it does not make
Ek
it easy.
laptop ka.
All right, yeah.
Let's start with the TikTok topic. So what happened was last week Atik told me that there is this guy who reverse engineered TikTok and posted his findings on Reddit.
Yep.
So I was shocked that someone did this because reverse engineering an app is hard, and I'll come to the reasons why TikTok is very hard to reverse engineer, and we'll come to that.
Advait, just tell them what reverse engineering means, no?
Okay, what reverse engineering means is you'll go through the entire code written for TikTok and you figure out what they're doing, what data they're collecting, how they present you the data and everything.
It's like a hardware
So
tear
that is
down.
basically it.
You know, you tear down the
Yeah.
code, and you see.
It's like opening a laptop or
exactly.
something like that. Yeah.
It's like
And
opening
you
an
try
app.
to figure out what it is. So what a user named Bangalore, I don't know, Bangolol. I don't know how to pronounce his name. We'll call him
Bangalore.
Bangalore. Yes.
Bangalore, fine.
So he
I-
reverse engineered TikTok and found out a lot of data collection practices. In short, his one-liner was TikTok is just an app. TikTok is just a front to collect large amounts of data about its user. So he
Nice.
named the app as a tool for collecting data and not for viewing short videos. Oh my god.
Damn.
And the other claim or question he answered was that when people ask you what's new about this, that Facebook, Google track our
Right.
data, have been tracking our data for ages.
Exactly.
And you'll be shocked to hear that they track nowhere close to the amount of data that TikTok
TikTok
is
does.
tracking. All this
That's right.
is coming from the post from that user, and he claims to have backed up, but there are some problems with that too. We'll come to that later. But let's just start with, let's see what's being collected.
Right.
And I kid you not, it is easier to list what is not being collected because they're
It's a
collecting
smaller
so much. Yeah. Basically, the thing is, if your phone provides an API to get some data, TikTok is using it.
What is an
That's the
API?
basic gist of it. Oh yeah, API. So
Because guys, you have to
When-
understand key in this podcast, right?
yeah.
Advait is very software centric and I'm slightly more hardware centric. So I have no idea what he talks about
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
So
I don't think most of the people will know. So API is basically a way to get data from the phone, so
Okay.
that you don't have to write all the code. Some Google and other manufacturers have already written that code. You just have to use
Sometimes.
that
So an
function to
API is
get the
essentially
data. Yeah.
so it's a program, right? That if you
It's
so
an interface.
it's an interface.
It's an interface.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like you can call it to get the data instead of going to
Samjha.
the place where the data is.
I
originating.
understand that term, calling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So API stands for Application Programming Interface.
Interface, right.
It's an interface. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll list down what all they're collecting. First, the entire hardware information of your phone, everything, including the CPU type, the screen dimension, the memory usage, and all the hardware IDs. And hardware IDs are unique to each
Yeah,
component.
exactly.
They can't be.
You can't even give
replicated
them
or anything.
to strangers. हार्डवेयर आईडी
Yeah.
किसको देना मत अपना हार्डवेयर आईडी ठीक है
Yeah, MAC addresses and everything.
yeah you can't give that
They the second point is they check all the installed apps on your phone. They make a list of all the installed apps, and they will find out even the apps that you have deleted. So when apps are
What?
deleted, they leave some amount of data for
Fair
future.
enough.
If you download the app again.
Again, that's right. Yeah.
So they check all this data and see if you had downloaded the app. So the user got the list of all the installed apps via TikTok, and he found out some apps that he had deleted before, but they're there because of the data that they left behind.
Right. Damn.
So they are manually going through all the storage containers. The next is all the network information: your IP address, your MAC address, your Wi-Fi access point name, your router's MAC address. All this data is not needed by a
What
social
the heck?
networking app.
It's definitely
Then
not.
we haven't even reached the half of the list. The next is they'll check if your phone is jailbroken or rooted. I don't know why they need to check this. Maybe for their security reasons, but still, I don't trust them with this. Although there are protections in place that TikTok can't do unless you granted the root access. So that is there, but I don't think they have to check this. The next is GPS pinging. They track your location every 30
Location.
seconds. Every 30 seconds.
So whenever you open the app, right? Like when you are in app, it tracks कि app से बाहर आने के बाद भी क्या सीन है? How do you? Because Google में permissions
So-
होता है, right?
Yeah, but the older phones, the newer phones, like the ones having Android 10, they have a
हाँ.
function allow only while using the app.
Right,
But
right,
the
they
older
have.
phones always allow it.
They don't.
Yeah.
हाँ, that's right.
So the newer phones have some kind of protection against it, although the older phones don't. And it is not clear if they are doing while you're not using the app, but that is likely the case because as soon as you open TikTok, you get location-based data.
हाँ, that's
The
right.
TikToks
Of course.
near you will be
Yeah.
more likely by
That's right, that's right.
watched. Then, so this is kind of a bit hard to explain, but when you upload a video to TikTok or Instagram, the video needs to be encoded in a form that it can be sent via the internet to the servers of TikTok and Instagram.
Is it,
The process is
um,
called encoding.
Is it called? Acha, is it what? Does the word ingestion have anything to do with it?
Yeah, it's kind of that, but the video you're trying to post, if it is of a huge size that cannot be sent via
That's
crappy
right.
network, the app will compress the
Compress
video
it.
and stuff.
Of course.
So TikTok sets a local server on your phone. It makes a local server
Okay.
for this process, for
Got it.
encoding whatever the data has to be sent.
Got it.
The server has no authentication, so it can be accessed from anywhere. So you're basically keeping a server
the
on your
heck?
phone that can be accessed from anywhere.
Nice.
Then, finally,
Acha,
and the most
acha, Advait,
dangerous kind of
what are the implications of having a server on your phone and having it being open to the public, openly accessible? क्या उससे क्या होगा?
So if someone figures out that how to access the server, or if TikTok has to access it, they can just do it
From
There's nothing
China
stopping
or
them.
whatever their headquarters are?
anywhere in the world.
Oh.
Anywhere in the world.
Okay.
As long as they have the unique ID to the server, they can access it.
Samjha. And what permissions will that give them on our phone? How does it work? How is
If
it
you're
bad?
given TikTok the permission of storage and everything, they can view everything you want.
Oh. So
So you're
Acha.
basically
So if
creating
my
a
phone,
backdoor into your own phone.
so that's all. Okay, fine. That's okay. Got
Yeah. And the last thing is they track your IMEI number
it. What?
of
What the
your
heck?
phone. Yeah. IMEI numbers are unique to every phone. Police uses them
Yeah, to track
to
criminals.
check your phone is
Yeah.
when it gets stolen.
Exactly.
And that's not even the bad part. There is another number called IMSI number, which is used to track you when you switch phones. So if you change your phone, the IMSI number between those two phones remains the same. It is with your SIM card or something like that.
Oh,
It comes with
yeah.
your SIM card.
okay.
So basically,
They
it
can
takes
track
that
you
number too.
across
So even
devices.
if you switch phones with the same SIM card, they can track you there too.
Nice.
The
Very nice.
final point came out of a research paper posted by Penetrum. For this episode, we'll have all the research papers I read and all the information and all the Reddit posts there. Except the final point, the IMEI and IMSI number, the other points were given by the user on Reddit,
Bangalore.
and he says he has reverse engineered it. Although, he didn't post any concrete evidence of it.
हाँ, he
There
hasn't
weren't
done that,
coding
right?
lines,
हाँ, right. उसने
Yeah.
बस ऐसा लिस्ट बना दिया है.
Yeah. And okay, I guess we can go to it, Abhi. Since we give a lot of negative points, this is a kind of shady positive point. There is little to no evidence being put forward, like this part of the code or this section of the app is doing this. Even the FBI and the Indian agency or the committee being put up to ban TikTok and everything for the privacy concerns has put little to no evidence there.
Okay.
And I couldn't find a reason to do that they did it. I don't know why they're not putting up any evidence, or there might be some legal implications to that or something like that.
That's right.
But a lot of people are banning TikTok. US is looking into banning TikTok.
Dude,
Amazon has instructed
holy shit,
their
yes.
employees to
Uninstall TikTok.
remove TikTok from their
Oh
workflow.
yeah, I read that.
Dude. Although they do say it was an error, but come on, it wasn't an error. This is
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
And
It's
another
bonkers.
company, I forgot its name, Walsbarg or something like that, a US company, they said their employees have to uninstall TikTok from the work phones.
Right.
So, okay, there might be some legal action if they give out all the evidences or something like that. We don't know for sure, but all these organizations aren't stupid.
Yeah, that's right.
They have all the resources to check the apps, and they know if their data is being stolen or not.
True.
And they are very protective of their data, and just like we should be. So
that's right. So essentially, all these
my
government bodies and private institutions taking action against TikTok is very justifiable. That's what Ajit's saying.
Kind of justifiable. I mean, it is always good to be on the safer side.
It is always good.
That's the thing that is coming.
That they're following.
Yeah, sure, you can keep TikTok on your phone, but it is all about trust right now.
That's right.
So, there was another paper, the Penetrum research paper, which came out, and I read that too. And it talks about TikTok's internet service provider, which is Alibaba, their internet service provider company.
Yeah, I have heard of Alibaba, but I didn't know they give their. I didn't know they're an ISP.
They are everything, I guess. So,
shit. Fine.
TikTok. So we went through the privacy policy of Alibaba, the Penetrum research paper, guys, and they had a link to it, and I read it.
Alright.
And the policy clearly states that they can harvest and share your data with third-party vendors and business partners. Sorry.
God. Man.
So this is एक step ऊपर उसके, like not just saying the TikTok privacy policy and shady practices, it is going one step above. And just in case you're wondering, all your data goes through their ISP for obvious reasons. ISP is internet service provider.
Yes.
So that's how TikTok gets in.
So essentially, Alibaba, who is the internet provider of TikTok, they have openly stated that whatever information goes through their servers or goes through their internet, which is your data, by the way, whatever data that goes to the servers, they can share it with anybody, they can sell it to anybody. That's in their terms and conditions. That's in their privacy policy.
Yeah. And
amazing.
The research paper had 2 more points. The application logs sensitive information about you, such as your device ID and everything.
Okay.
Which shouldn't be done.
Yeah, that's right.
And the other thing that came out is in 2019 July, exactly 1 year before this. I don't know about the exact date, but approximately 1 year before this, Alibaba was forced to shut down its servers because there around 900 gigabytes of data was visible to cyber criminals for a period of 15 days.
What the heck? 15 days?
Yeah.
15 days? Dude, I can understand 15 hours. Okay, I can understand. 15 days.
I mean, that's not
something
you should tolerate, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the thing is, when something like this happens, right? The people, the technical people know instantly. ठीक है? उन लोगों को instantly पता चल जाता है कि there's something wrong. 15 days. What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's not even the scarier leak. There was one more leak.
What the heck?
In TikTok. So, when TikTok communicates with its servers, and we all know that HTTPS should be used while going to every website. We check if there is the HTTPS and the log mark.
S matlab,
TikTok
what's the
didn't use
difference? Does it mean secure?
Okay, so yeah, the S stands for secure. It's
Okay.
Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and then S is for the secure.
Okay, fine.
TikTok for almost till the last year or some time ago, it used the HTTP version,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
not secure.
Yeah, I think I
So
read this also.
basically, all your email addresses, your birthdays, your real names, and your secondary email addresses used to reset your TikTok account's password were visible to anyone
Capable
who
of,
could do a man in the middle attack.
yeah.
So basically, a man in the middle attack is this is you, this is TikTok. You're trying to send your data there, but there is a third person sitting here who will take your data, send it to TikTok, but also store that data.
Right.
So basically, they can view it too.
Nice. Great. Amazing. TikTok lovers, top notch content right here.
I mean,
Oh my god. This is crazy.
oh, what is
Every-
this app? If I hadn't done that research, I wouldn't have known this stuff, and
Yeah.
that just proves that how little information is there floating around, and people aren't willing to look for it. It's
True.
just because I did,
True.
I figured it out.
That's right. Even I
But-
had TikTok installed just because my friend used to send me really good TikToks, right? So the thing is,
Yeah.
Indian TikTok is it's difficult to find
Cringy,
good.
but the
Yeah, it's difficult to find
yeah,
good content,
but the foreign
right?
TikToks are really good.
That's right. So I did not want to do all that mehnat, right? So I relied on my friend. So my friend surfs TikTok all day. उसको Koreans देखने से कोई problem, मेरे को बहुत problem है, ठीक है? So he does it all day, and the good ones he sent to me. So I just used to watch the good ones, right? And I had it installed just for that reason. Okay, Aditya, shout out to Aditya. I love you, man. Thank you so much. But and as soon as TikTok got banned, I uninstalled it immediately because I was like, there's something wrong with this app. Definitely there's something wrong. And then a few hours later, I chanced upon this Reddit
Yeah.
post. And I was like,
Right.
what the heck is going on? That's absolute bonkers. It's crazy.
And a final note that the user gave on the forum post that he did, I'll quote him. For what it's worth, I have reverse engineered Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, and Twitter apps. They don't collect anywhere near the same amount of data that TikTok
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
And they sure as hell aren't outright trying to hide exactly what's being sent like TikTok.
That's right.
It's like comparing a cup of water to an ocean. They just don't compare. These are his words.
Yeah. It was at the bottom of the post.
And we'll come to the hiding of the part in a little bit. So basically, if you're an app, you don't want all your data being visible to everyone, such as the analytics and stuff,
Okay.
for obvious reason. Because if there is something that you want to hide, you send it, like analytics and stuff, it's better to hide it and then send it to a server and reveal it
At the
online
end.
or in a advertisement post. We have this many users and although, so you might be thinking right now, if these practices are going on, why didn't we find out earlier? So I made
Good
a little
question.
7-point note on this. Why is it hard to figure out what all they are collecting? So
Okay.
this is gonna get a bit complex. I recommend you stick with me. I'll try and explain everything. So whatever they are logging, the first point, okay? Whatever they are logging, your device ID, network information, everything, the list of the stuff they are logging is remotely configurable.
Oh.
So if they want to
Nice.
show that we don't log anything, they just remotely change whatever they want,
Nice.
and the app won't log it anymore.
Easy.
Yeah. And
So,
to figure out what all it can log, you'll have to go through all the native libraries they wrote.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, going through native libraries is a problem because there is a lot of code and it is written in assembly.
Ew. So guys,
Assembly level language.
Yeah, so assembly level language
Yeah.
is very basic coding language, alright? It's nobody uses it.
Huh. Everybody uses it, it's just that no one likes it.
No one likes to use it essentially.
Okay, so the biggest problem that there is that they how do you pronounce that word?
Obfuscate.
Okay, they obfuscate the code that they have written. So basically, obfuscation is a process that kind of encrypts the code and prevents it from getting reverse engineered. And they have a custom kind of library for
Samjha.
it. So it's even
so
harder.
you
It's not
can't-
something that is open source.
Right.
Yeah, so it's hard to unlock the code, let alone read it,
समझा मैं
basically,
समझा
or in layman's terms.
हम्म
And the second point is there are several different protections in the app that prevent it from getting reverse engineered or debugged.
got
So
it
if the
got
app
it
figures out that you're trying to reverse engineer or debug it, it will behave differently.
समझा nice
So it's like a booby trap with that.
समझा
And finally, this is even scarier. On the Android version of the app, there is a code system that will allow it to download a zip remotely, unzip the file, and execute whatever the
What?
code that the zip file
what the
contains.
heck
Yeah, there is zero reasons why a mobile app should have this functionality. Legitimate.
so essentially if you have TikTok in your phone, what Ajay is saying, I'm assuming what Ajay is saying is that it can download any zip file.
Any zip.
Does it have to be zip or can it be exe?
So it had the unzipping functionality coded
Oh.
into it, so that's why.
That's why that's the okay. That's
And execute
समझा
whatever is it. This is coming from
Nice.
the same Reddit user, so take it with a little bit of grain of salt.
Mhm.
But come on, why would he lie?
Right.
And he has like zero reasons to lie and stuff.
All right.
But
all right.
yeah. And finally, the biggest reason they don't want you to know how much information they're collecting on you is because the security, in his words, the user's word, the security implications of all this
Data.
data in one place
Mhm.
is fucking huge.
Way too high. That's right. Way too high, dude.
Yeah, they encrypt all the analytics information, as in the likes you have and
समझा.
everything.
It's all
They encrypt it with a custom algorithm which updates with every update of
What
TikTok.
the heck? समझा. So you can't even.
So if you
Ah.
reverse engineer one version,
Right.
the next version you'll have to do something
It's
else.
like
At least the key changes. That is what it says.
it's like I saw this. If you have seen this movie, it's called The Imitation Game. And
haven't
yeah,
seen
check it out. It's a great. It talks about Alan Turing, and he was the first person to invent a programmable computer. So that's his story, and it's
okay.
great. It's a great movie. It's such a good movie. It's amazing. Just go watch The Imitation Game. Alright, it stars Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah, so
Oh,
it's a great movie. Go check it out. But it reminds me they were trying to crack a German code, right? And this is what that reminds me of. And the German code used to reset every 24 hours. That's why it was so difficult to crack.
Oh, is it about the Enigma machine?
Yeah, the Enigma machine. That's right.
Something like
Yeah.
Enigma.
The code was-
Oh, yeah, I have read
Yeah,
about
the
it.
code is called Enigma, and it used to
But someone cracked it.
what?
Like it was so hard to. I saw a video that it was so hard to crack the Enigma machine. Like there is a 1 in 84,000 or something
yeah.
like that of a chance that it being
Yeah.
cracked, and the opposite team did it. They cracked it too.
Nice, exactly. So
So it was like
that's what it reminds me of. The Enigma code used to reset every 24 hours, and this reminds me of it because this also.
I'm not sure if it's 24 hours, but yeah, it's kind of
It's
similar.
not 24 hours, obviously. It's with every update, but
Uh-huh.
it changes, right? The key changes.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Also, the final point I have right now is they also made it so that if you block the communication to the analytics server through your router, the router can't access nothing from that router can access this analytics server, then the app doesn't work.
Oh,
It just crashes.
damn. Nice.
So you can't use the app
Without
the,
talking to the.
connecting to the analytics.
So you have
server.
to send them in analytics, कुछ भी करके.
Yeah, you have to at least connect to it,
समझा. Okay.
basically.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, so
Imagine having that much data.
all this risk is not worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing is, imagine having all the things they can do with you.
That's
Okay, there is this final point. There is this another report done by the Peterson University or something like that, and they cite concerns over China rather than TikTok itself.
okay.
It's a threat because of the immense popularity and parent company of ByteDance and their roots in China.
True.
Although they assure us that they are being operated in United States and India, and they have a CEO based US and ESA. in my opinion, it is not worth taking all that risk.
It's not.
There are so many people trying to stop you from doing it, and these are very smart people.
That's right.
So you can use so many other apps.
Seriously.
There's so many other. Even Instagram has a Reels feature now.
Instagram Reels feature for the win. Absolute masterstroke by Instagram.
I know.
Absolute. Man.
We'll come to that.
Instagram has been killing. Continue.
it's our kind of job or what a duty to tell you the entire story, and some of the concerns or the bans do spring of the anti-China movement right now, which is going on in the United States and India, where they just outright want to ban any data collection practices by other countries.
Fair
anything
enough. All right, fair
and
enough.
they're citing privacy concerns and everything over this. There's US and China trade war also going on, and then Indian border war also going on. So there are more factors affecting this. Although given that you have an alternative now, given that so many people are telling you about this, and these are really smart people, and the laws in China about data and stuff, you have to share it with the Communist Party. Even though all this might not be true, or that they somehow changed their practices and added privacy features and everything, it is not worth staying there.
It's not. It's not. We're essentially telling
you have
please,
everything to leave that platform right now.
Yeah. You have no reason to stay on that
switch
platform.
somewhere else.
Just go to Instagram Reels. It'll catch up. It may not have the best features.
It's exactly the same thing.
Features nahi hoga, but give them a month and Instagram Reels they'll rule the domain. What can I say? They're gonna rule. That's all I know.
And even though TikTok won't ever use that data or won't get hacked, having this much data gives them the power to exactly pinpoint who you are. So this is a little snippet on saying. So people do say that if they're collecting a data on so many people, how will they pinpoint me? Here's the thing. Your habits are unique.
Yeah, exactly.
You. It's easy to pinpoint a guy. Suppose I have to pinpoint me. Okay? I have to find Advait in the entire. And so much I'm smart. I won't give them a real email. I'll give them some throwaway email. I'll give them a fake account name or something. Advait kahi written nahi hoga. But who other guy stays at Sequin Heritage, goes to Visit every day, loves that restaurant. Once you figure that out, these are 3 location points. And by the way, TikTok pings your location every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Which other guy does this? There is just one guy in the world who does this.
Exactly. Fair enough.
So it's so easy to pinpoint. And this is just with one data point, that is location. They have so many other data points. What other person has a A70 with a unique ID? No one.
Exactly. That's exactly.
It is so easy to, and these were just 1 or 2 data points. They have so many other data points.
That's right.
If you don't know, there is this amazing documentary on Netflix called The Great Hack. It is about what happened in the US election 2016 and how data on Facebook via Cambridge Analytica was used to.
I've seen this. Yeah, it was.
It's an amazing documentary.
Yeah, it was.
What they did is. So that's the power of data. So the basic gist of it is. You want to talk about it?
No, please continue.
I guess I've talked. Okay. So basically, I don't want to get into a lot of politics, but there's Hillary Clinton and there was Trump. Okay. So it is hard to convert who is a Hillary Clinton fan into a Trump fan. It is really hard to do. But if you take the middle wala people who are not sure about Hillary Clinton and who are not sure about Trump, just throw them with ads pointing that Hillary is bad. And once you switch enough people to the Trump wala point, just the people who are on the boundary, you can win the entire election.
That's right. And US elections are not won on the basis of majority, all right? Majority wins nahi hoga. Go check out. You should go check out the episode on Patriot Act, and you'll understand how Trump won. And go check out The Great Hack. And there was this book that I read. It's called.
Amazing document.
The book that I read was Everybody Lies. All right. That book was it was essentially a documentation. No, it's not even. It's a very. How do I say this? It's by a big data analyst, right?
Take your time.
Huh. So
Okay.
it was a report. It was more of a report of um, um, of how he broke down, Google searches, just Google searches, to find out what kind of person you are, right? And
Oh.
the title of the name, Everybody Lies, was such. It was like that because we know who we are. Like, we are our most vulnerable and truthful when we are doing a Google search, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. So he collected all this data. That is why it's called big data, because there's a lot of data, obvious name. And he analyzed it to find out who will be voting for Trump, who will be voting for Hillary, and the areas, geographical areas which tend to
Uh-huh.
yeah.
What's the book called? I'm buying it.
Please buy it. Please buy it. It's called
What's the name?
Everybody Lies. I think I still have it in my cupboard, and it's a great movie.
Yeah. Oh, you bought the hard copy?
No, my friend lent it to me.
Everybody Lies. Oh. Nice.
It's not even a big book. It's like a small 200 page shayad, but it's great. It's a great read. You will see, that is why you will understand how powerful data is when you read that book.
Yeah, people don't understand
People don't
how
understand.
powerful data is.
Yeah, that's right. And he did that
Data
just of Google searches, dude. Google searches उसने किया ये सब, and TikTok is collecting 10 times that much data. So imagine the kind of power
people
that
need
TikTok
to
has.
realize how important their data is.
Exactly. You should. We may sound like your moms and your dads, but that is one point that they are
But really smart mom and dad.
really smart. I didn't say
So
it.
anyway.
Advait said it, but okay. Just be careful of
Be
what
careful of your
permissions
data.
you give. See, this is the things that you can do right now, right? Some practical solutions that me and Advait offer. Ki you can be careful about what kind of permissions you give any app. Okay, not just TikTok. Any app.
Yeah, don't just click allow and everything.
Don't do that. I've stopped doing that a long time ago. All right, and oh man, मैं सोचता था कि बचपन में यार मैं कैसे अलाव दबा देता था. I was like, how can I be so stupid? But okay, you learn. All right.
Why exactly?
Yeah, you learn. It's okay. And
say that too.
Yeah, and don't just. ये हम लोगों ने एंटी चाइना मूवमेंट के एपिसोड में बोला है, but avoid random apps by random developers. Just don't do that. All right. Not everything on the Play Store.
There's a lot of information on your phone.
Exactly. There's a lot of information on your phone. You don't want it to get hacked or anything. Just be careful on the internet.
I'm not being endorsed by this app or anything. There is this app on Google Play Store. It's a paid app. It costs, I think, 150 rupees or something, but it's really worth it. It's called Bouncer, and what it does is, once you give the app the permission and you exit the app, you press the home button or do the home gesture, it will go and remove the permissions.
Yes.
It is a custom script or something.
He told me about it.
And I bought it, and I love it. I use it with every app. I don't give Instagram any permissions. When I give and press the home button, it will remove remove the permissions.
That's great.
That's a great app. I would recommend. It's a pro user app, so you'll have to figure out how to use it and stuff. But it's an amazing.
It goes a long way towards protecting your data, which is very costly.
Protecting, yeah.
Your data. You are actually, the thing is, people say we don't matter, but you do. You have a lot of value.
Yeah.
Your data has a lot of value in the market out there. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you're valuable, but your data is really valuable. That's gonna be a new motto.
You're not valuable. Your data is. Oh my god. That's a great way to
a lot of talk about data.
End the segment. Coincidentally, I don't know
Let's
why.
move on to the next segment.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, you're starting.
I'm starting.
Story time with Atik.
A couple weeks ago, right, my friend texted me and she was like, I need a laptop. I have this budget and this is my purpose. What would you recommend? And the same was done last week by another friend of mine. He also wanted a laptop for a certain budget, and that there is where I realized ki it's actually very confusing to pick a device in these times, right? Because there's so many manufacturers, there's so many purposes, there's so many price points, and it's so confusing. It's honestly very confusing. All right.
Yeah.
And that is why we have decided to make this segment, because we understand that the market has a need for it, that you guys, and plus there's a lockdown going on, people are working from home, people are buying new devices.
Yeah, basically you need machines for working
You
from
need
home,
machines
right,
to
right
work
now.
from home, right? Exactly. And that is why
Yeah.
people are investing in machines, and that is where I think we come in to help you like through this. All right, so we're going to do a case study, okay? And the case study is going to be the two examples that I gave right now, because both of them are very different purposes, price points, and configurations. All right, I'm going to tell you about the first one. So the first case study that we're going to take is the more common one. All right. My friend has a budget of around 40,000, and this is for Advait's friend also. He also has a budget of 40,000, and
Yeah.
we'll consider my friend's preferences first. My friend wants to do light video editing. He does not want to game at all, and he has a budget of 40,000. These are the main three parameters that we consider. All right. And how do we decide from this? All right. If you're a person who wants to do basic productivity, wants to run, Windows, do light coding, not even light coding, you can do a decent amount of coding in 40,000, a laptop on 40,000, okay? And you're not gonna play a lot of games, and तुमको वर्ड एप्लीकेशन चलाना, तुमको वीडियो स्ट्रीमिंग करना है, ऑब्वियसली तुमको वीडियो चैट करना है, I would recommend going with a Lenovo laptop. All right. So why would I recommend a Lenovo laptop? That is because it has good hardware, it has good specifications. I'm going to explain the specifications properly, okay? Lenovo laptops have, I use a Lenovo laptop, it has good specification, it has good build. People seem to overlook the build quality. For some reason they're willing to compromise on the build, but I would suggest don't do it. All right. That's like buying an iPhone made of plastic. Nobody wants that.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't overlook build quality. Just
But why is the build quality so important?
because it lasts, dude. Also, Asus, this company, I don't wanna defame it, but this company, all right, they give great specs. All right, I was gonna go with an Asus laptop. They give great, like on paper to जाके देखिए कोई भी Asus laptop, they are very cheap as compared to their competitors which offer the same or even inferior specifications. All right, they have like भारी वाला 4 core 6 core gaming CPUs, मस्त वाला GPU डाल देंगे, और हाइब्रिड SSHD जैसे बड़े बड़े वर्ड्स यूज करेंगे, एंड नंबर्स ऑन पेपर बहुत मस्त रहते हैं, बट व्हेन यू hold the laptop, right, it's made of plastic, and the SSD write speeds are not great, and it gets smudgy, and it's made of plastic. It feels cheap. All right, it
Yeah,
feels
so exactly. Basically, what Atik is saying is, laptop is a machine you're gonna be using for 3 years every day.
Exactly.
So it's very important. See, if you're using something for that long time, it's not easy to handle it with a lot of care. It's gonna get tossed around. Sometimes it's gonna be in your bag, and it's gonna be in places. So investing in a good quality exterior is important for its longevity.
It is really important.
Not necessarily its processing power, but it helps a good chassis.
Definitely
processing
helps.
power itself.
And that's why I go with Lenovo, because Lenovo has great build quality, all right, good specs, and a good price point, all right, and this is what you want, okay? So people who are gonna go with like daily productivity with a budget of around 40,000, let me lay down some ground rules, okay? Whenever you're going with a laptop in 2020, do not buy a system with less than 8 GBs of RAM, okay? Just don't do it.
Less than 8 GB.
Yeah, 8 GB. Don't. All right.
These are some ground rules that you have to follow.
You cannot break these rules, okay? In whatever case, 4 GB of RAMs of laptop, 36,000.
These are laws of physics.
Not worth it. Yeah, you can't break these, okay? Do not buy a system which has less than 8 GBs of RAM. Do not buy a system which has a 720p screen. No, these two कॉन्फ़िगरेशन ये तुमको मिलना ही चाहिए 2020 में, ठीक है. 8 GB ऑफ रैम,
हाँ.
1080p स्क्रीन, ये दोनों वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके.
Oh, so these are the two ground
remember
rules.
these two ground rules. Okay.
And what about the storage?
Anybody who does light productivity, all right. So it has a so first of all it has a 10th gen i3. Okay. Now people, there's a lot of confusion with i3, i5, i7. I'll lay it down for you. Okay. i3 processors have 2 cores. Okay. Now cores are directly related to the performance, all right. The more amount of cores that you have in your processor, in your CPU, the better performance you are going to get, right? The more apps will like it'll be able to handle bigger apps more easily, all right. Now in i3,
Is it?
yeah.
But there are some programs like Premiere and something. I think there are few coding programs too, which can only work on single threads. For this price range of 40,000, what is the minimum core count that you would recommend?
I would say go for 4. Just if you want to not upgrade in 2 years,
Yeah.
if you don't want to upgrade your laptop in 2 years, go for 4 cores. Okay. I'm showing this just as an example.
okay.
Please look for it. I'm sure that there are a lot of I'm telling you there are a lot of laptops out there around the 40,000 price range which have 4 cores, and I'll tell you how to know if there are 4 cores. Okay. And even in those 4 core versions there are
Okay.
low power cores and high power cores. I'll explain that also a little bit. Okay, just stick with the end. Okay. This laptop has an i3 10th gen, all right. It has 2 cores because i3 has 2 cores. i3 CPUs all have 2 cores. Okay. i5 CPUs all have 4 cores according to Intel के हिसाब से, all right. And i7 CPUs have 6 and 8 cores. Okay. So i3, I would not recommend you go for an i3 unless if you're a student, don't go for an i3. Okay. Just go with an i5. Okay. i5 has 4 cores. Okay. This one is an i3 dual core 10th gen processor. Generation does matter. Okay. In today's modern world, do not go below 8th gen. ठीक है. 2020 में 8th generation CPUs के नीचे जाना ही मत. ठीक है. तुम्हारी भलाई के लिए बोल रहा हूँ. So it has a 14-inch full HD.
Yeah, we care about you guys.
We care about our viewers. So it has a 14-inch full HD screen. That's what I said. Full HD 1080p, right? 4 gigs of RAM. No, don't go with 4 gigs of RAM.
Nah.
Okay. ये एग्जाम्पल के लिए बता रहा हूँ. Again, I'm repeating this for the 100th time. 8 GB of RAM तुमको मिल जाएगा कहीं दूसरे जगह पे. 256 gigs of storage. Okay. Now this 256 gigs is SSD. SSD is very fast storage. Okay. And if you don't want to keep a lot of big programs or like lots of movies and TV shows on your laptop, you watch your movies and stuff on your phone, then that's okay. You can go with 256 gigs of fast storage.
Phone or streaming.
Exactly. Exactly.
Even
if you don't download big files, you can go with 256 gigs of fast storage. Okay. SSD is fast storage.
There are 2 options you can go with. A faster SSD, which will be 256 or 512 max, and in a higher price segment, or you can go with a larger hard drive, 1 TB. So what do you can't have both in this price point. So think about it. What you want to store big games and a lot of movies, then go with the hard drive. If you're not storing a lot of stuff, an SSD will literally make the laptop feel so much faster.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend an SSD. Yeah, if अगर तुम्हारा ये प्राइस रेंज है एंड तुमको बहुत सारा फाइल्स नहीं स्टोर करना है, गो फॉर अ 256 गिग SSD, नॉट अ 128. ठीक है. 128 भर जाएगा. Okay.
128 तो बिल्कुल मत जाना.
बिल्कुल मत जाना.
Anything 128 is not good.
It's not good.
And people think they store a lot of things. Like even I have a 1 TB hard drive and a 1 TB SSD, and I haven't used it as much as I would like to say. So even for my use case, a 256 or 512 gig SSD would have done it.
Same.
So instead of just assuming what you're gonna keep, it's good to check your current system for what amount of storage you're using.
That's right. Just check your current system.
You better study that way.
Yeah. Don't assume कि हाँ मैं future आके नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. जो तुम्हारा current है वही देख के ये करो. All right.
And you can buy an external hard drive.
Yeah, you can definitely buy an external hard drive. But people who just do video calls who just run Word apps, Google Chrome, they watch videos. This is for them, all right?
Okay.
Yeah. So 250 gigs of fast storage will do good. 10.
If you're planning on buying an external hard drive later, it is good to go with an SSD right now.
Yeah. ये देखो इधर वो लोग ने 8 GB RAM का ऑप्शन दिया हुआ है, but it's not available as of now, but that's okay.
But it's unavailable.
हाँ, that's okay. See, so that's what I'm saying, guys, कि 8 GB RAM वाला ही लेना, उससे जाना ही मत. Okay, now we're gonna go through the specifications, alright? I told you about this display, ठीक है. Operating system Windows वो तुम्हारे पे है. Operating system मैं नहीं बात करने वाला उसके बारे में. 10 Gen i3, it's written here 2 cores, so 4 MB smart cache. This is all okay.
Can it run Photoshop?
And it,
Basic Photoshop?
Base.
Photoshop and everything. Not Premiere.
Not Premiere. Basic photo editing you can do. Yeah, not heavy, but yes, you can definitely go into it. But the thing is, all of these laptops can run heavy ones, but it'll be really slow. All right, this can run Premiere. मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि नहीं चलेगा, but it'll be very slow. ठीक है? So be prepared for
Okay, and I can give some coding points. So you can code something that doesn't require a heavy IDE to run. IDE is integrated development environment. You can run basic Python code on this and everything. You can do Java and stuff too.
That's good.
But running Android Studios and IntelliJ and different emulators, different phones, के लिए just can't.
Android Studio, any AR applications, don't try.
हाँ.
AR programming मत करो इस पे, ठीक है? So that's that. This is the basic user जो सिर्फ productivity के लिए use करता है.
And I guess we missed something. USB ports.
Ports, all right, fine.
It's better if you, it's better if you go for USB 3 हर जगह.
Yeah.
Like maximum USB 3 ports.
Yeah, if your laptop does not have a USB 3 port, don't buy it. Okay? That's what I want to say. So इस laptop में दो USB 3.1 है. Okay? Gen 1, ठीक है? Good. एक USB 2.0, fine. This is the standard layout. HDMI है, good.
HDMI and an SD card port. That's nice.
Yeah, SD card reader is good. It's a good one.
Also, if you're getting a Type-C port on your laptop, that's a big plus too. Like, don't make that a deal breaker, but yeah, that's a good thing to have.
Yeah, it is.
Stuff.
That's right. So
anyway,
we've covered
something you would recommend.
Yeah, I would not recommend this to my fellow students. Okay, if you're a student, don't buy this. Okay, this is for, I told you who this is for. Don't go by the price on Amazon. Okay, just look for offline stores wherever you can. Go and buy offline, but there's a pandemic, so keep that in mind.
Laptops में you can bargain a lot.
You can bargain a lot
because उनका margins बहुत ज़्यादा रहता है, so you can bargain a lot. And please do bargain.
Please bargain.
Like you can get good 15-20K off on an expensive laptop.
Easily. That's what I did actually. But be careful where you buy it from. Make sure it's not a phony place. Just try and buy from a proper certified store. Okay. And make sure they
Reliance and everything will give you the exact support and they'll bargain it too.
Proper big stores, they sell laptops for real expensive, and they don't give you there are a lot of stores. I think the majority of these electronic stores, big electronic stores that have lots of products, and like there's a person who is waiting to attend to you, they sell it for very expensive because they have their own overhead prices added on to it. All right, I would not recommend you go to these places, but I would recommend I don't know who.
Lamington Road types.
Exactly, Lamington Road type. So the
Lamington Road.
Exactly, yeah. So people who sell a huge variety and they don't have like big grand shops, all right, or anything for display.
Shops,
okay, yeah, because that is where all the overhead costs come in. They will charge you a lot unnecessarily. बहुत ज़्यादा price लगाएंगे वो लोग laptops पे, and don't have variety also. Okay. I really want to take a name, but I don't.
They'll sell you what's kept on.
They'll sell you what's kept on. They'll be like, ये हमारे पास ही आपके लिए best है. It's not true. All right.
Oh, been there, done that.
Yeah. Go to Amazon and do your own research. ठीक है? अगर जो लैपटॉप तुम्हारे पास जो तुमको चाहिए लैपटॉप उनके पास नहीं है, निकल जाओ स्टोर से. ठीक है? तुम्हारे पास बहुत ऑप्शंस है.
हाँ, exactly.
All right. So yes. Essentially what we're saying is I would recommend that you go and buy electronics in the upcoming Diwali sales, online and offline.
Say. Please wait for sales. Don't rush into laptop buying.
Please wait for
sales.
That's right. I would, if I was in your place, however desperate I may be, I would wait for a sale. Okay. Buy laptop. Buy laptop.
अभी तो दिवाली और भी पास आ रहा है.
Yes, that's true.
And इस time Diwali में laptops are gonna come down way
Oh,
less
bro,
because
holy shit.
because companies know
I'm
work from home
so-
is gonna be a next big thing.
I'm so excited.
So the
dude.
prices are gonna come down.
I'm so
हाँ,
excited.
भाई.
So yeah, you understood. मतलब जहाँ हो सके तुम लोग ऑफलाइन बाय करो, बट ऑनलाइन में भी ज़्यादा कुछ प्रॉब्लम
हाँ.
है नहीं. ठीक है. Let's go on to something
हाँ.
about recommend. So this is an Acer Aspire 3. This is a good laptop. I would vouch for it. You can buy this. Okay. It has an Intel Core i5 1035G1. So it's a 10th generation. All right. The नामकरण
Okay,
Intel ऐसे
so-
करता है जैसे
हाँ,
कि
हाँ.
हाँ. So i5 means 4 core और the first digit, in this case the first 2 digits indicate the generation. All right. So this is a 10th generation CPU. Okay. So that's good. i5 10 gen, great deal. Okay. 8 gigs of RAM.
And 10th generation is the latest one
10th generation.
as of this record.
Yeah, it's
So
the
if you
latest
see
one.
9th it's not a 95th generation, it's a 9th generation.
That's right. That's right. And 8 gigs of RAM. So that's one compulsory box ticked. 1 TB hard disk drive. Good.
Hard drive.
That's great. Not a problem. Windows 10, 64, Intel UHD graphics. All right. Intel UHD graphics means integrated graphics. It has an integrated graphic card. You do not have a separate graphic card. ये price range में don't be surprised. Okay.
Okay, and what about expandability? Because if you see down there, this system is upgradable up to 12 gigs of RAM. So it is always good to have an extra RAM slot free in your laptop for future use if you have to use it
That's
for
right.
more than 3
Future
or
proofing.
4 years. It's good to have.
That's right.
Yeah, it's kind of future proofing.
Yeah. So so i5 laptops can do basic video editing, a good amount of photo editing, and you can run multiple apps on multiple Chrome tabs, and you can switch between apps without lagging too much and without stressing your stuff too much. You can also do Android. You can run Android Studio on this, although I'm not very sure because this is one of the lower.
Oh, no, it will run Android.
It will run. I think it will run.
So this won't run any kind of emulators and everything. This will
No.
run Android Studios, and you'll have to
Yeah.
run the apps on your phone.
Huh.
So that part is covered.
That's good. ठीक है. All right. So 1 TB hard drive will enable you to store a lot of code, a lot of programs. That's okay according to like the requirements. UHD graphics पे तुम CS खेल पाओगे, तुम Counter Strike खेल पाओगे, तुम FIFA खेल पाओगे low settings पे. But yes, तुम्हारा time pass भी हो जाएगा. And it's barely 2 kg, so that's good. It's very what do you call it? Portable also.
Oh, people don't talk about this laptop weight. Since you'll be carrying
Yeah.
the laptop around for a lot of time, it's good to have.
We are assuming
a
if
laptop
you
which is
are
lighter.
carrying it around. We are assuming you are carrying it around because if you're not
Because
carrying
we
a
are
laptop
assuming
around,
you're a student.
yeah, if you're
Buy
not
a
carrying a
PC.
laptop around, just buy a PC. That's right. So yeah, we're gonna weight is gonna be a what do you call it? We're gonna focus on it. So yes, I would recommend this laptop to anyone who is a student. तुम्हारा सब काम इस पे हो जाएगा, मेरे को बोलने की जरूरत नहीं क्या काम, ठीक है? So yeah, Acer Aspire 3, go for it. Students, मेरे उम्र के लोग, go for it, ठीक है? What's the next one?
Okay.
This is for the people who want to do a little heavier bit of gaming because this has an external graphics card. All right. So Nvidia का MX जो lineup है Nvidia का, these are mobile.
Is it called an external graphics card?
Discrete,
PC में
discrete,
because it's
sorry.
internal. Discrete. Okay.
Discrete. It's called a discrete.
It confused me
graphics
for a bit when someone else also said it as external. I'm like, oh, has that become the
External.
Thunderbolt Explosion Acer?
No.
Is that become that
No.
common?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
so it's a
different one.
discrete graphics card. It won't be something external.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay.
It's a discrete graphics card that you get inside the laptop. All right. And MX जो lineup है Nvidia का, it's a great lineup. Okay. Thank you Nvidia for doing this. Okay. 2 years ago this did not exist. Okay. People on tight budgets.
Oh, so it's something very new.
It's very new. All right. People on tight budgets could not game a lot. Okay. People with this kind of budget, 50,000, 45 to 50 के बीच में, you couldn't game at all. But now they have these low power graphics cards. They're cheap and they perform decently. All right. You'll be able to play Valorant also on this graphics card on lower settings maybe, but yeah, this can run most competitive titles very easily. All right. It has a 1.6 gigahertz. As long as you have a 4-core CPU, you should be able to run these basic games. All right. If you want to go for heavier games, you'll have to buy a heavier gaming CPU. I'll explain that. So this CPU, all right, It's called i5, so 4 cores. Again, I explained it to you. 10 matlab 10 gen, and it is a U processor. Okay, so go to Google and you can search Intel naming convention. All right, they will explain to you what these suffixes mean. All right, now in this case, U means ultra low power. Ultra low power matlab they can't draw a lot of power, and they can't like so because they don't draw a lot of power, उनका battery life better होता है, all right, and they can't do the heavier tasks also.
Okay.
So this is again, this is for light gaming and again student productivity. So anyone with a budget of around 50,000, I would suggest you go for this laptop. You will also be able to play some basic games on it. तुम PUBG Mobile emulator पे चला पाओगे. So yeah.
Although, yeah, while reading this spec sheet, you have to be a bit careful. If you read this carefully, the second point says 8 gigs of RAM,
हाँ.
and the last point says
4
gigs of RAM.
So yeah, just be careful about that. Okay, when you're ordering, see this is the thing
Although,
with ordering
at
online.
this price range,
Yeah, again.
yeah, at this price range, it's got to have 8
8
gigs of
GB,
RAM.
8 GB, 8 GB के नीचे लेना है मत ये प्राइस पे, ठीक है? कभी नहीं लेना, मैं तो बोला है, ये रूल है अपना, ठीक है? So 8 gigs of RAM, good. 1 TB hard drive, good. 15-inch screen का ये क्या है भाई? दिया
It's full HD.
फुल HD
No,
होगा.
but I'm just
हाँ
assuming.
नहीं लिखा है फुल HD होगा.
Yeah, there are some things you assume at a given price
हाँ,
range.
yeah, you assume. You don't need to. They don't need to tell you. All right. 15 screen, graphics card, discrete, good. It has an ultra low power CPU with a max turbo 4.2. That's good. Let's ignore this. You don't need to get into it at this price range. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, who I would recommend this to? Students of my age into productivity, coding, good. You can also play some light games. That's the only difference between this laptop and this laptop. All right. They both do the same thing.
It's that
It's the graphics card.
card, right?
That's the only difference.
Making the reference.
That's right.
Okay.
Let's move on to a higher price point,
go to the
which
next.
is 60 plus. All right, people with a budget of around 60,000 or above, 60 to 70 के बीच में. All right, what are you getting in 60 to 70? You are getting an i5 10th gen processor. Yes, good. You're getting 8 gigs of RAM. Good. You're getting a big screen. You're getting a big full HD screen, right? पिछले वालों में
And it's an IPS panel इधर.
हाँ, yeah, exactly. IPS panel.
You'll have to explain the difference.
IPS panel is
between IPS
essentially
and other.
it's better. IPS panel is the best consumer grade panel you can buy. All right, that's all you need to know. It will offer good viewing angles and stuff.
Viewing angles.
Haan. That's all you need to know.
Colors.
Yeah, and for the first time in this podcast, we are seeing that this laptop has an HDD as well as an SSD. All right, this is what you expect from laptops above 60,000. They will have an HDD and an SSD. All right, and that's a must. If you're going above 60,000, this is a must. Iske, unless they're giving you like 512 gigs of SSD, then go for it. If they're giving you only SSD, right, above 60,000 only SSD, go for 512. उसके नीचे मत जाना.
Oh.
And if you're going for a hybrid,
Yeah, फिर this combination.
this combination, I would highly recommend that you go for a combination. All right, because this is the best. This is future proofing your laptop. Okay, you have lots of storage.
Okay.
You have lots of storage for your movies and games. All right, and you have fast storage for programs that need to be run faster. All right,
Like
you have
Chrome and Windows.
yeah. Okay, Windows 10 good. Microsoft Office भी आ रहा है, बहुत सही, बहुत hard. And 2 gigs of
Fine.
discrete.
Although it's free as.
That's yeah, exactly.
Is it discrete?
Yeah, it's discrete. 2 GB graphics लिखा मतलब discrete. इधर लिखा होगा इधर. ये देख, MX250.
Oh, and MX250.
Yeah. So the previous one was 230. This is 250, slightly more powerful.
This is okay.
Same processor, good processor. 4 cores, good. FHD display, good. 8 gigs of RAM. So again, I would recommend this to someone who is sort of a multitasker. All right, you are a student, you are coding, you are doing.
You're editing, you're gaming.
Yeah, you're doing video editing. Very well. This can handle it very nicely. You can store all your videos on the computer itself, and you are doing light gaming also. See, so this will go a long way. All right. Plus,
And
it's
this
Lenovo.
is a good screen. If you're looking at a laptop for around 6 hours and 8 hours a day, it's important to have a good screen for your eyes.
Yeah, and this is a
So
great
this one
thing.
has a really great screen.
Yeah, and plus this is Lenovo. I have a personal thoda sa bias towards Lenovo. So yeah, Lenovo all the way. All right, this is great build. The
Oh.
the S series, right? They came out this year, and they are one of my most favorite productivity laptops
Oh.
around. My most favorite. All right, S340,
That's
S145, S540, great laptops. Go for them. All right.
Atik knows a lot about laptops. Go
Wait.
follow Atik for laptop buying guides.
Way too much. I'm gonna have to start charging people to like recommend our laptops because people do that, by the way. All right, I'm just letting you know. Consultancy के पैसे लेते. Yeah, you don't know. People take money to consult.
I didn't know that.
Hardware consultancy.
Consultancy के पास है, but laptop.
Yeah, 100% definitely.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Bro, this took me a year. It took me like a year to like figure all this out. Okay? So it's not again this.
Yeah, it takes good amount of research to figure all this out.
That's right. So right now I can configure.
Okay, let's move on to the next thing.
The next price bracket will be slightly higher also. What is this? Okay, it's what. So yes, I would recommend. So
price देख लेना.
मेरा जो friend है, I would recommend that person to go with this one. Alright, because उसको gaming नहीं करना है, उसको light video editing करना है and portable होना है. So he can do light video editing with this processor, RAM and videos अपने HDD पे डाल सकता है. Great. So yeah, for my friend, I would recommend that to him. अद्वैत तेरा friend का क्या है? Uses?
Coding and stuff. Good enough for playing games on it. Stuff as in Netflix वगैरह. And games be light CS:GO, FIFA, and I guess low settings for Valorant stuff.
Fair enough.
So,
right. So again, this laptop can do all of that, and if he can stretch his budget, I would recommend him to go with this one because of if he wants to play Valorant, I would suggest a discrete graphics card. All right, but वो उसका call है.
okay.
ठीक है?
But
And tell him to search a little more, but tell him not to go below an i5 10 gen. All right, i5 9th या 8th भी चलेगा. Go for it. वो मिल रहा है अच्छे.
Yeah, he's gonna have to watch the podcast and figure it out.
Yeah, but if you're getting an i5 8th gen also, you can go for it. Not a problem. All right.
Yeah.
But we're done with that. This is the final one. Exactly. So my female friend, she had a budget of 80,000, and she wanted a laptop which did things quickly. All right, she's a psychology student. She needs to take a lot of notes. All right, and because of that, she wants a touch screen. I recommended this one to her because she had a good budget. All right, 80K ka budget. I can do a lot of stuff with that. All right, this one has a touch screen. All right, and since she's gonna be using this as her main note taking device, I went for the 14-inch, slightly smaller screen because it's more portable. It's more comfortable to hold and write upon,
Oh, this has that pencil.
It has.
Okay,
Yeah.
she wants the handwritten notes. Wala.
She wants that, right? So this is why. This is why the laptop is more suited to her needs. It has an i5 10th gen, great. It has 8 gigs of RAM, 250 gigs SSD, great. Windows MS.
But wouldn't you recommend a 512 gig SSD at this price range?
I definitely would. I definitely would do that. Yeah, you should have a 512 gig SSD at this price point. But then again, it has a touch screen, yaar. So I don't know. Plus, it's HP. HP ka build quality is.
Do touch screens cost that much?
They actually
like that much extra?
They do definitely. At least in HP.
Guys, I have little to no knowledge about this.
But in laptops, they really cost a lot. At least in India.
Laptops में ज़्यादा.
Buying a laptop is Indian is very.
Oh, so that explains the 80K ka price point.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And this laptop is under 80K definitely. You can't see the price here, but whatever. It starts from
so that's nice.
Starts from 72. It says here, and it doesn't state the price for the other configuration.
आगे का option available.
नहीं है. So yeah, 72.
नहीं.
This configuration goes for 72,000, and this is a pretty respectable configuration for her needs. All right.
Yeah, at 72, I guess I'll go for it. I thought it started at 88 or something. That's why I was saying कि 512 gig SSD होना चाहिए.
No, 72. But then again, I think this SSD is justified at this price point. All right.
Yeah, 72 paid.
72 is good. So yeah, if so, you can take a lot of notes on this. You can write those notes. You're going to carry around your whole notebook, and yeah, I would suggest this to again multitaskers with a budget. All right, and if you have the luxury of buying this laptop, and अगर तुम्हारा preference वो है कि you write your notes on a screen, then you can go for this. All right. That's the only difference between, you know,
What are the specs? What are specs?
this one and this
stuff?
one. Oh, it has a 4-core 10th gen. नीचे लिखा है, okay.
No,
Alright.
saying the clock speed.
Same as the other one. The processor is the same.
Oh, it has a M.2 PCIe M.2
Yeah,
SSD.
yeah.
Okay, that explains the higher price
That's
range
right,
and the
that's
touchscreen
right.
one, I think.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is for the people who have different preferences than the others. We have talked about बाकी सबका काफी keyboard and mouse वाला setup था. This is the pencil and touchscreen and then a faster boot times because of that amazing SSD. So yeah, these guys just have a different preference than others. That's why the extra cost is justified.
That's right. I would personally not buy this because ये मेरे use का नहीं है, but it is very good for her, right?
हाँ.
So yeah, she has a good touchscreen.
So its maximum price goes in making it lightweight, making it really fast for Windows and the touchscreen and the pen.
Plus HP.
The writing experience on this I've heard is really good.
Plus HP का build quality is one of the best, top of the line. So yeah, this is gonna last very long, and it's gonna the hinge mechanism, this thing right here, that a lot of
because it has to fold 360 degrees, right?
Yeah. So a lot of engineering, and they have to put good material there. So that's where the price also goes. So this is a very justifiable price for this, machine. Good portable, high definition IPS display, touchscreen enabled WLED, 8 gigs of RAM, great fast SSD, and it's very light. It has a fingerprint reader. Wow.
Oh yeah, वो भी आजकल important.
Yep, that's right. So yes, the only difference between this very expensive laptop and this very cheap laptop is both of them are made for students, but with a different budget and different needs. Yeah, exactly. Like whatever you can't write on your screen with this one. All right, with this one you can very well do that very nicely.
You can, but that'll be very expensive.
Exactly. Another price segment that I want to go for is people who want to game nicely on a budget. All right.
There is this guy called Dave2D who does really amazing laptop reviews and stuff. So,
but then again, Dave2D is
have to do some research.
Dave2D is not based in US. Reviews. अरे dude, prices पे मत जाओ. Reviews के लिए Dave2D definitely. Prices के लिए look for an Indian YouTuber.
Reviews and to get an understanding of how things work.
Exactly. So I would highly recommend,
because for starting up you'll need that research.
I highly recommend Dave2D. So yeah, Unbox Therapy, Dave2D. Please follow them. They will tell you how to choose a laptop. They have done videos on it. Go check it out. But let's look at this guy. This is the segment that wants to do gaming on a budget. If you want to do decent amount of gaming, alright, you have to go on a stretch your budget. 60,000 के नीचे तुमको अच्छे games खेलने को नहीं मिलेंगे, ठीक है? 60,000 के नीचे you will be
at a good
setting, yeah, at a respectable setting, alright. Below 60,000 you have to crank down the settings, and it's not a great experience overall, ठीक है? The Lenovo IdeaPad, Lenovo great. This is also a 1-year-old series, alright. Lenovo IdeaPad gaming never existed until I think 6 months ago. I can say that I don't know why they decided to do this, but I see why.
Lenovo has 3 gaming segments, right? एक Legion वाला, एक IdeaPad, and they have Alienware too.
Lenovo Alienware is Dell, bro.
Oh,
yeah. So Lenovo, this is why Lenovo, I really like it as a company, because they cover all the price points of all the needs, right? So they have a cheap gaming system and they have an expensive gaming system. I'm not going to talk about the expensive gaming system. I'm going to talk about gaming on a budget. This is a budget. I can tell you that 60,000 is a budget if you're a gamer, all right? If you're a gamer, I would highly recommend that you go for this, all right? So this has a i5 9th gen, all right? And the 9th gen that this has is a 9300H. Now H processors are high power processors, all right? They do better. So
they have a higher
base clock. Exactly. It's got base clock that 4.4 and boost is 4.2. There's 4 cores and 8 MB of smart cache. So essentially H processors are made for gaming, right? Any gaming laptop will have an H processor. If your gaming laptop does not have an H processor, don't buy it. Okay. If you're specifically stated कि gaming है, ठीक है? If they're stated
Gaming के लिए,
that's why
yeah.
they have an edge processor. If they're stating कि gaming के लिए है and they do not have an edge processor, don't take it. That's a scam. All right. So
Okay.
yeah,
And the laptops which are gaming focused can do a lot of processor intensive tasks like video editing
Exactly.
ये सब, because they basically require this kind of the same things.
That's right. If you are buying a gaming laptop, you can do literally almost anything on it. ठीक है? So yeah, it has an i5.
Not writing notes, but
Damn it, nice one. So it has a 4-core 9th gen, great. 8 gigs of RAM, yes, 8 gigs of RAM minimum तो लगता ही है. Gaming आज के modern games भी चल जाएंगे 8 gigs of RAM आराम से. 1 TB of hard drive, good. Windows 10. 4 GB of
the most important thing is the graphics card.
very important, most important, right? So so 16, so in 2020 do not buy a 10 series graphics card, all right? Go for 16 series because that is the basis now, that is the bottom tier for
the entry
if
level.
you are serious with gaming, buy a 16 series, all right? उसके नीचे मत जाना, not worth it.
Okay.
This where is this? This don't go for this. It has a 1053 GB. What the heck? I didn't even know this configuration existed. Alright? Do not go for this. कोई भी हालत में ये मत खरीदना. Yeah, for some reason this is expensive also. Again, this is more expensive than this one because they don't want people to buy the 1050. They want people to buy the 1650 because that's the better generation. It's the next.
Oh, okay, so that is their strategy.
Yeah. They price the old ones very high, so people don't buy it.
Right.
And people they can get rid of that quickly. So this is the industry basic now. 16 के नीचे नहीं जाना है अगर तुमको गेमिंग करना है. 9th generation high speed processor, good. FHD display, definitely. Anti-glare, good. 2.2 kg, of course. If you are buying a laptop, it's gonna have a lot of heat, all right? You have a high power CPU, draws a lot of power, gives out a lot of heat. You have a proper gaming graphics card, gonna draw a lot of power, give out a lot of heat. So to dissipate that heat, we have fans, right? Your gaming laptops need to have good thermal solutions. Otherwise, they fail as gaming laptops. Okay. If you're going for a gaming laptop, you have to go online and you have to find out if the thermals on that laptop are good enough. All right, this is very important.
Yeah, because that is not written on
it's
the
not
spec
written on the
sheet.
spec sheet.
You're gonna have to watch reviews.
You can't make that out from the spec sheet.
And if it's a good gaming laptop, it will definitely have a review.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so please go online. Check if the laptop that you like has good thermals. If it does not have good thermals, do not go for it. If the reviewer तुम बता देगा, don't worry. And
exactly.
Yeah, the rest of it is pretty standard. And I think we've covered most of the common, laptop buying scenarios, right? So this is the one. Yep, this is for non-students. Okay. This is for either very young people or very old people. Okay, not in the middle. This is for students. Perfect fit for students. Again, no, not this one. This one. Perfect fits for students and also play light games. Beginner gamers, great.
This is heavy gaming.
Even heavy gaming. You can easily play AAA titles on 16 series graphics cards at high settings. I'm telling you this.
Okay.
Alright, and this is again good, great productivity. Where is the other one? I think I changed the tab. Never mind. So yeah. I closed. F it. Never mind.
So,
yeah.
The last one is a touchscreen one. That is for the note.
Yeah, very, very niche product, and that's why it's also expensive because it's niche. So yeah. I hope this helps. We talked way too much, man. I'm gonna have to cut.
We know this one.
Yeah, we knew. That is why we had these two topics, right? Because we knew हम लोग कितना बात कर सकते हैं इस पे. And this is just touching the tip of the iceberg. That is laptops, all right?
The iceberg laptop guides, man.
Yeah, there's so much more. We haven't even.
Anyway, you wanna end the segment?
Yeah, please, definitely. Let's end the segment quickly.
Just continue the last.
I was gonna say, we haven't even gone into like the high-end gaming laptops, all right? And I don't want to, all right? It's not for this. It's not for this episode or for any episode, whatever. Because after.
So anyway, that's been the episode.
Sorry. So when money is not a constraint, right? Your choices become very easy.
You can do a lot.
All of these laptops मैं तुमको budget के अंदर बोल रहा हूँ, ठीक है? Above 80,000 you have unlimited options, ठीक है? So I'm not going to talk about it. I don't need to. You don't need much research to buy a laptop in that price range. That's what I'm saying. And yeah, these are for the whatever. We'll end the segment quickly
Oh.
because I'm tired of
So
talking.
that's been the 7th episode of Unengineered. Thank you so much
Thank you
for
so much for watching, guys.
and
Thank you so much.
do continue.
And
we had some exclusive content here. I haven't seen a podcast on laptop buying guides or diving into TikTok.
yes, you
So,
won't get this.
Yeah,
anyway.
do subscribe to us if you want this. Yeah, you won't get this anyway.
You will, but we won't tell you
Any.
where. So chip watch this. So yeah.
Thank you for watching. Follow Atik at Atik
Yes.
Kurchi and follow me at Life of Advent.
Bye. Take
Bye-bye.
care.